For almost 2 decades, one person has ruled women's surfing.
Hi, I'm Lane Beachley. I'm 7 times world surfing champion from Sydney, Australia. I've been a professional surfer for 19 years.
But this year, a major shift is taking place as one of the most dominant board riders of all time passes the torch to another generation.
After being on the ASP Women's World Tour for 19 years, I finally decided to retire and from full-time professional surfing. So the next event in Maui, which is the Billabong Pro, will be my last official event as a full-time professional surfer. So I am committed to doing maybe a couple of events in 2009, but my full-time career has finally come to an end. Initially, the decision to retire stemmed from having the opportunity to do many other things outside of the sport, and then also realizing that I'm no longer the best surfer in the world. And at 36 years of age, it's quite challenging to compete against these 20-year-olds and teenagers.
Lane Beachley's true successor is not yet known, but some are saying that the next great female surfer could be this cheery teenager.
Hey, I'm Chris Moore. I'm 16 years old and I'm from Honolulu, Hawaii. I'm super stoked. November was definitely a really exciting month for me.
It was carved up by our carvers from Lahaina earlier. We're going to have champion Carissa Moore!
In November, Carissa defeated Lane Beachley to win the Reef Hawaiian Pro in Haleiwa, one of women's surfing's biggest events of the year.
I think my win at the Reef Hawaiian Pro at Haleiwa was definitely a dream come true. I love Haleiwa. It's always been, you know, a goal to maybe one day win there, and it was really cool, you know, to be in a final with my friends and Lane Beachley, and I think it had to be one of like the most meaningful events that I've done.
Carissa has learnt how to compete very successfully by coming up through the ranks with the boys. You know, she challenges herself through men's events and junior events with the guys, and so she's an incredibly tenacious competitor. She's very aggressive, and she's very humble. You know, she's very gracious.
I think it was definitely an honor to surf against her, and you know, a wonderful opportunity, and I'm so thankful that I was able to, you know, surf with her in the final, so that was pretty cool.
Despite the appearance of camaraderie, the transition of power has not been without its bumps. At November's Reef Hawaiian Pro contest, a serious controversy erupted between the old and new guard of women's surfing.
I respect my competitors, and if they have the opportunity to go and catch a wave and outsurf me, then they deserve to win, but they should be given the opportunity just as much as I should be granted that opportunity too. And we saw in the final where Coco Ho dropped in on me, prevented me from being able to do a manoeuvre, which prevented me from essentially winning the contest with the benefit of the doubt, and that allowed Carissa to win the event. And of course, you know, they pleaded innocence, and you know, they said that they weren't working together. It's just Coco really wanted the wave, and whatever, that's past now, but you know, they're not going to get away with that very often.
I think I have to disagree. I think it was just one situation, and that kind of just became bigger than it really had to, but I think that's what any competitor would have done in those last dying seconds of that heat. And what's crazy is I think we all have a lot of respect for her, and she's a legend. I think it's just when you're in the heat, you kind of have your competitive hunger, you know, you just, I guess, you know, just trying your best to do your best, you know.
ASP judges ruled the action unfortunate, but took no punitive action against Ho or Moore. Now, with the controversy behind her, Beachley looks ahead to a future as an impassioned advocate of women's surfing, and she can reflect on how much the sport that she has long dominated is now changing.
And if I think back to the talent that I had at 17, these girls eclipsed me. You know, there's no way I could surf the way they did, even when I was 15, the way that Carissa Moore surfs when she's 15. Hell, I can barely do it at the age of 36.
I think it's really exciting to see where women's surfing is going, and I definitely think this next generation is really pushing the level. I don't know, I think it's maybe just because we're all hungry for it, we're all excited, we're all fired up, we all want it, and just surfing with each other, we want to push each other to get better, and I think maybe, you know, seeing and watching what the girls are doing and seeing the guys and seeing what can be done, we're just, you know, giving it a try and experimenting a little bit and just going out there and giving it our best shot.